Hello and welcome to the Herzing University Bachelor of Science in Graphic Arts program presentation. I'd like to start out by introducing myself. My name is Alan Rossi and I am the program chair for Graphic Arts Online. My duties include supervision of all of our instructors, improving and updating our course curriculum, and of course helping students in a variety of ways. The purpose of this presentation is to introduce our program, our bachelor's program, show you our main objectives of the class, and give you some expectations of what you'll experience as a student. First, let's look at our three concentrations. We have a Bachelor of Science with no concentration. We have a Bachelor of Science with a print design concentration, and we have a third concentration in web design. These three concentrations all share the same core classes, early basic courses that will teach you about design and software. The no declared concentration will then go on to a mixture of print and web classes, while the print design will concentrate on print courses with a few basic web classes, and the web design will concentrate on web and multimedia with a few print courses as well. Our program overview. First of all, graphic designers are creative problem solvers. So we start off by teaching our students the basics of design fundamentals. And we also teach them the design process. Design fundamentals means elements like layout, color, typography, balance, contrast, working with shapes, positioning. Design process is a creative process, and that has to do with coming up with your initial ideas, brainstorming, doing rough sketches, and then each step as you go through until you get to the computer in order to do a complete project. Once those principles are learned, we teach you to apply those to the Adobe Creative Suite. This is the industry standard software that's being used, and this is what you'll primarily focus on as far as programs. This consists of Photoshop, Illustrator, Flash, Dreamweaver, and InDesign. You'll also learn some coding languages such as HTML5 and CSS3, which are used prominently in web design. The program length is typically 36 months, and there is a 124 credit minimum, credit hours. Our core classes for our three graphic design concentrations consist of first and second level courses which give you a variety of information regarding basic design, illustration, photography, color theory, and then introducing you to some of the Adobe programs. As I said, the no declared concentration, you will get some web courses and some print courses, and finally your portfolio classes. Print concentration, you'll be learning things about exhibit design, 3D, packaging, print production, corporate identity design, but you'll see a few web classes as well, and that is because most careers in design are involving both these things, multimedia, web, and print. You'll also see in all three of our programs that portfolio and online portfolio are involved in order to get you packaged and ready for an entry-level position upon graduation. Here's our web concentration, and you'll see quite a few advanced web courses, but there is a few that deal with print design as well. These web classes will prepare you for not just web, but designing for things like handheld devices and tablets, and multimedia design, which has to do with creating for instance, an animated advertisement that might go on a CD and sent out by a company to its clients. Once again, you see portfolio design is an important part of where we end up. Some of our competitive advantages that we have at Herzing Graphic Arts is you will be learning the newest version of Adobe Creative Suites, which is the primary program used in the field. And you will also be holding on to the software after you complete the program. All faculty are industry professionals. They've had many years of experience working in the design field and are currently working in the design field on a freelance basis. They can share lots of experiences and knowledge in the real world with you. And they also are continuing their training and keeping up with the new versions of software as well as education. Portfolio design courses are there to prepare students before they begin their job search. They get their book together with several of their best pieces in order to advertise themselves well and present themselves well at a job interview. You will also have either a capstone project or an internship. A capstone project will simulate an internship. Internship has to do with working out in the real world and working hand in hand at a company with other graphic designers. Some of our advantages to general education are your learning of math and English. These skills are developed at Herzing University and will give you practical applications to everyday situations, regardless of what field you work in. Our English courses will focus on written and oral skills, which facilitate clear communication. Graphic designers use something called visual communication. Okay, this is, you need, with your sketches and drawings and your work on the computer, you need to be able to communicate your ideas to clients, art directors, and co-workers. This needs to be done throughout the creative process. So Herzing will help promote those communication skills, as well as teaching you research skills. And research skills, again, are used in design by artists to look at the current trends, compare other artwork and other products to whatever the project is that you're working on. Our math course develops a critical thinking skill that's provided by steps to problem solving. Okay. And again, mathematical skills can be applied to your everyday life, regardless of whether it's personal or at a company. Some occupations that you will be looking at when you graduate, entry level, will be, of course, print design and web design, which we've been talking about for a while. Often, though, positions will involve both. Freelance design is a little different than working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday for a company. A freelance designer is like someone who's self-employed. They may work from home. They may work full or part-time for several different clients, and they basically running their own business in their own hours. You might do that part-time while working at a company. So there's a lot of options there when it comes to freelancing. You may do package designing. You may work as an illustrator. You may work as a multimedia artist, and a multimedia artist meaning not just web design, but designing for things like tablets and handheld devices, and designing for animation, 2D animation that's done with Flash, and advertising agency work. You may also work with layout of publications such as books, magazines, newspapers, brochures, and also e-publishing, which has become a big trend. And that you would be using InDesign, and you would be dealing with e-books and e-magazines. You may also be a product designer, which creates any kind of item you might buy in a store, or a packaging. It needs to be, the illustrations and the computer illustrations need to be done prior to the product being built, the 3D product being built. Of course, many careers in graphic design will combine several of these together. Okay, I would like to thank you for listening to our presentation and welcome you, and hope that you will have a rewarding educational journey at Herzing. Thank you.